Hello, my name is Jackson, and I'm a PhD student at University of Washington Chemical Engineering Department, studying synthetic biology and metabolic engineering. And this is a children's book that I wrote explaining my research through storytelling. This book follows a young girl named Lila as she's really interested in her grandmother's garden. She explores the shed and finds this magical book of living recipes. It even contains a recipe for fireflies, which glow. So this glow component is really important. And a firefly flies into the shed, and Lila gets scared and knocks over the book. And this glow recipe component just slips into all of the living recipes. And that is where we will join Lila on this story. Pages flipped and fluttered fast, the glowing lines broke through. Recipes began to tangle up, their order spun askew. Glow slipped into everything and spread and grew anew. Lila ran out to the garden, everything felt new. Flowers glowed in every color, bright and shining hues. Trees grew mushrooms for their tops, a strange and tangled view. She leaned in close to look again, and whispered softly, "Wow." Lila stood and looked around, the garden felt strange now. Everything was bright and different, she just couldn't tell how. Lila's smile began to fade. Her face grew tense and light. Her happy thoughts grew quiet fast. Her steps no longer light. The garden doesn't feel the same, things aren't growing right. We mixed the pieces all around, said Lila, thinking hard. Maybe if we fix the parts, we can fix the yard. She reached into the glowing book and moved a shining shard. The garden settled calm and still, the bright lights faded slow. The tangled shapes grew clear again, no longer wild in flow. Some flowers kept a gentle glow, their light was soft and low. They opened up the book again, new pages filled with light. What else could grow, Lila asked. Her voice was soft and bright. New ideas, like tiny seeds, kept growing through the night. This story may feel like magic, but it's based on something real. Inside every living thing is DNA, a set of instructions that works like a recipe. Scientists can read these recipes and change small parts of them. This is called synthetic biology. By changing these recipes, we can create new things from what already exists, just like Lila did. And one day, you can create something new too.
Tell us about your work in genetic engineering.
Genetic engineering is a tool that allows us to change DNA. And, you know, oftentimes genetic engineering can be really hard and we may not have the right tools to accomplish the edits that we want to. So my research here at UW, a big part of that is developing new tools to perform genetic engineering in these cases when it's pretty challenging. Specifically looking at genetic engineering in bacteria, you might ask, why would we even want to change the DNA of a bacteria? Well, that's because these engineered bacteria allow us to produce chemicals and materials more sustainably. Traditional chemical production relies on, fossil fuels, things like gas and oils, but instead we can use these engineered biological systems to produce these same chemicals and materials in a more sustainable way.
How is the Garden of Living Recipes an analogy for your research?
In the language of the Garden of Living Recipes, I develop easier ways to move components of these recipes around from one recipe to the other. When Lila moves these components, it's on accident and seemingly at random. For example, she mixes the mushrooms with the trees, and then the trees grow mushrooms for their tops. But when we do this as genetic engineers, we really don't want to do this randomly. We need to do this very specifically because we have very specific goals in mind. So I have been developing new ways to move these components in very predictable and specific ways.
What do you hope comes out of this project?
I really hope this story helps children see biology as something that's exciting and full of wonder. Mixing these living recipes together may feel like a fantasy, but scientists are really doing this every day to solve problems in healthcare, agriculture, sustainability, and other fields as well. Um, And one reason that I was really excited to tackle this storybook project with Ashay is that I believe scientists really have a deep responsibility to make their work accessible and understandable by everyone. People with no science background, including young children, really are capable of appreciating and understanding these deep, profound ideas and problems that we work on. We just need to present them with curiosity and respect that all of these people deserve.
The Garden of Living Recipes is written by Jackson Combs and illustrated by Tatiana Gubich. Learn more about Jackson and the ChemE community at cheme.washington.edu. Learn more about the Ashay Storybook Project at ashaycenter.org.